Hey everybody, it's time to hop aboard the Big Thunder Podcast. Wildest podcast in the wilderness. Yeehaw! And here's your hosts, Beau and Abby.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. My name is Beau.
And I'm Abby.
This is the Big Thunder Podcast, where we talk about Disney and Universal news, as well as playing fun Disney games.
It's our first episode.
It is our first episode. You ready for the news? Should we jump right into it?
Let's go.
All right. The final Epcot construction walls will come down, and the guests will be able to visit the Communicore Hall and Plaza beginning on June 10th. In addition, Celebración Encanto will be coming to the newly opened Communicore Plaza stage at Epcot June 10th through September 6th, along with a sing-along featuring Mirabel and Bruno.
That is exciting. And Communicore Hall is totally brand new, right? Or was it a building that they're renovating? I feel like it's a totally new building.
I'm going to let you, are the Disney parks expert. I will defer to your judgment on that one.
I'm pretty sure it's a brand new building, but if I'm wrong, feel free to tell me.
Mirabel,
nicely, though.
Mirabel was one of those characters I wish we would have gotten to on our last trip.
I agree.
We missed the 3 M's.
Mirabel?
Yep.
Merida?
Yep.
Maleficent?
Moana.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up in the Disney Cruise world, the Disney Destiny cruise ship is set to set sail in 2025 with a heroes and villains theme with characters from Lion King, 101 Dalmatians, and Hercules.
That sounds fun.
I have never done a Disney cruise. I know you have not either. Have you ever booked one, though, as a certified Disney travel agent?
Yes, we have booked one, and we've booked several, and we have several more families that are talking about it. We have a family wanting to do the Disney Wish this fall because they have a fun Halloween party on it.
I think the idea of a cruise makes me nervous.
Yeah, I did see news today. So we're recording this in mid-March, and they're supposed to be... So Disney has a wonderful island, Castaway Key, though I always have said Castaway Cay, but that's wrong. And they're supposed to have bad weather, and so they put on an announcement today and sent a note to traveling guests that they will not be docking at the island and that they'll just stay on the ship. But what's cool about the ships is that they have so much entertainment and shows, and you get to eat all you want at any time. So
yeah, the one cruise I ever went on, it was like all you could eat ice cream and pizza, and that's all I really wanted to do.
A friend told me about their last cruise. They have a 12-year-old boy, and he had 3 steaks at every dinner. That's because
the dream.
And what's wonderful about the Disney cruise is that all he did was, when he got his first steak on the first night, he made a mention to the server, the cast member, how much he loved steak and how he wished he had more. And so the cast member just said, "One moment," and brought him another one. And then the next night he got 3. And then every dinner they knew to bring him steak after steak.
That's
and that
awesome.
was royalty for him.
That's awesome. Disney Dreams That Soar will be performed at Lake Buena Vista on the west side of Disney Springs from May 24th through September 2nd. This is a cool drone show, it sounds like. You Can Fly takes on a whole new meaning as Disney showcases stories celebrating the joy of flight with the state-of-the-art drones choreographed to create designs in the sky and paired with a soaring musical score and memorable movie quotes.
How bad do you want to go see that?
I would like to see a cool drone show. I think, especially at Disney Springs, I think it'd be cool to see. A controversial opinion is that I don't love the drone shows at the parks. I understand. There's just something less magical to me about drones. It feels so scientific, and at the parks for me, I'm into the fantasy of it all. If they wanted to do drones in Tomorrowland, that's a different story. But to me, when I see the castle, that's when I want to be transported to a world of fantasy. So I understand there's science behind fireworks, whatever, but fireworks to me, that is more magical than drones. But at Disney Springs, I would be all in on a drone show. Still at the parks, The Lion King is for its 30th anniversary, if you needed a reason to feel old. The celebration, so it's the 30th anniversary celebration, which will run from June 10th through September 6th. All with new merchandise inspired by The Lion King, including apparel and accessories. The Pumbaa popcorn bucket is coming back, which did look pretty rad as far as popcorn buckets are concerned. And Timon and Rafiki will be meeting guests up at Rafiki's Planet Watch.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
To get off the train and like.
The problem is, though, if I were to see just Timon, my first thought would be,
Where's Pumbaa?
Where's Pumbaa?
I would think they would probably be together. Maybe not, though, I guess.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because, like, when you meet Chip and Dale at Animal Kingdom, they're together.
Yeah.
So,
like, Timon and Pumbaa are a team.
Yeah.
Oh, this is back to Disney Springs. In the future, I'll have more of a, logical segue from story to story. But right now, it's just real random. So we're back to Disney Springs for this. I don't know if you heard about this one. Chicken Guy is in danger of being evicted.
I heard...
That's so funny, guys. I never heard of that word before.
Charlie.
I saw someone post about this, but then someone said it was clickbait. Is it actually Disney Springs Chicken Guy?
It is Disney, yes. So Chicken Guy, the owners...
like Guy Fieri?
No, like Earl from Earl of Sandwich. He's like partnered with them.
Okay.
From what I understand, owes about $40,000 in unpaid rent.
How?
I don't know. Just hasn't been paying the rent. And another thing, people noticed that Chicken Guy in general might be having a little money issues themselves. I don't know if you noticed when we went that the sauces, your sauce
I did
options
know they
were
cut
cut in half.
sauces. Yeah.
And like that was their whole thing, was come look at all 20 of our sauces or whatever.
This will be devastating.
It will be.
Everybody loves chicken. It's so busy, though. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just, the world's expensive.
Yeah, times are tough.
Sad. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Out in the world away from Disney a little bit, as Epic Universe continues to be built, they've been testing some coasters there. I don't know if you've seen the video from it.
The Yoshi.
The Yoshi
eggs.
one, yes, but specifically they've been testing coasters. The one in the Dark Universe, the Wolfman coaster, which looks awesome. It looks like it's gonna be so fun. That's similar to the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind coaster that will spin you as you go around the tracks.
But you can see this one, right?
Yes, because this one is outside, so you'll be able to see. It looks so fun. But the one that looks wild, that I'm very excited for, is the Star Falls Racer coaster. Will be in their Celestial Park.
Starfall
Racers.
Okay.
So this is the one where it's like dueling coasters, where you're like weaving in and out of another coaster as you go, essentially racing.
You thought this was going to maybe be the How to Train Your Dragon coasters?
Yes, yes. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be intense. I didn't see any like loops in it, so I don't think you go upside down on it, but there are twists and turns, and it looks fast. I am very pumped for it.
Well, if you're a star.
Yeah. All right, and then just general news from the world of Disney as we are moving forward. One of the biggest things that they launched this week, the thing that I love the most, this was the premiere of X-Men 97. Are you aware of that project?
I'm aware of X-Men.
Okay, are you aware of the X-Men show from the 90s?
No.
Okay, so it made the X-Men cartoon from the 90s so popular, was that it was a Saturday morning cartoon show made for children that did not shy away from its like really serious topics that the comics would cover. The X-Men, since they began in the 60s, was always an allegory for racism and prejudice and bigotry. Occasionally, they would also like fight space monsters and whatever, but it really did have its roots in like the civil rights movement. And then over times, especially when you get into the 90s, and there were, other topics in the world, things like the AIDS crisis and, homophobia, things like that. Like the X-Men really leaned into that. It was always an allegory for that. So what makes this new show so awesome, especially the first 2 episodes that premiered this week on Disney Plus, is they are continuing that tradition. So episode 2, we get a scene where Jean Grey has to deliver her baby, but the hospital doesn't accept mutants.
Wow.
Yeah. Or we get a scene where the Friends of Humanity, which is this group that's very much like the KKK, that's the kind of allegory there. There's this big trial being held by the UN, and here comes the Friends of the Humanity essentially doing an insurrection, like storming it and stuff. So like, but again, this is a kids show. So anyways, and like the animation's cool. A lot of the voice actors have returned, and it's also still set in the 90s. It's basically picking up where the old show left off. So I'm very pumped for this show. I think it's off to a great start. And that's, you know, they've already got season 2 that they're working on. So cool things are coming.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. If they want to bring back the Spider-Man show from the 90s, that would also be awesome. Also, another big thing from the world of Disney Entertainment, they had the trailer for Star Wars The Acolyte. That's a new series coming out. What makes this show seem like it's to be very cool is it takes place during what's called the High Republic era, which is hundreds of years before like the Star Wars saga that we know. So like, you know, it's a new era that we've never seen before.
Cool.
But it is going to be very cool. Thank you for pretending to be pumped about it.
Listen, I love that these things exist.
That's all I can ask for. So the premise of The Acolyte is there's an investigation into a shocking crime spree that pits respected Jedi Master against a dangerous warrior from his past. As more clues emerge, they travel down a dark path where sinister forces reveal all is not what it seems. If I could say one thing to get you pumped about this show, it's this.
Okay.
The showrunner, Leslie Headland, has described it as Frozen meets Kill Bill. And who doesn't want that?
Who doesn't?
Yeah, that's like a real you put chocolate in my peanut butter situation.
Frozen and Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Acolyte. It's going to be cool.
Cool.
All right, last thing. This is, breaking news, at least is on my, what I've seen. Just learned this moments ago. It is being reported that Wizards of Waverly Place sequel series from Selena Gomez and David Henry is getting a series order at the Disney Channel and Disney Plus. Selena Gomez and David Henry are set to executive produce. Gomez will appear in a guest role, and Henry will be back full-time as a series regular. Premiere aimed at later this year.
Literal chills as long as she's actually in the show. Because I know they were talking, there was like whispers of this on the internet a couple weeks ago, and she was not a part of it. So as long as she's a part of it.
Well, she's executive producing it, which, that could just be a name and a title.
Yeah.
And some cash.
If she's in it, cool.
I've never actually seen Wizards. I was much too old for that when that premiered.
I watched it from afar while our niece would watch it.
Okay.
Like that, it wasn't like my show, but I would enjoy it while it was on, but I was too cool to like it.
Sure.
But I would watch it while she would watch it.
Sure. I get it. All right, you ready for the games?
I'm ready for the games.
To the games!
Is there like music? Something happens
normally
here?
we'll, like, this is where your ad's supposed to go.
Oh.
The Minnie Vacay ad. Do you want to talk about Minnie Vacay while I get the game ready?
Okay. Minnie Vacay is an authorized Disney travel agency company. I can't think of like the official term. Minnie Vacay, how do I say it? Minnie Vacay is an authorized travel
liaison between people and Disney.
Yeah. We don't work for Disney, but we are part of a travel agency that partners with Disney, and we help you plan your Disney or Universal vacations.
Because especially if you've never done it before, it can be very intimidating.
It can be. We will probably have an episode with Liz, the creator of Minnie Vacay, and myself. And maybe we can go into how Minnie Vacay came about and things like that. But basically what we do is we help you plan your most magical Disney vacation
for
free. Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything, and you get a gift card for working with us. So
on with the show. Since this is our inaugural episode, in honor of Big Thunder Mountain, it would be great to do something about the roller coasters found at Walt Disney World.
Okay.
Of which there are 9 total.
And when you say Walt Disney World, do we need to let our guests know what Walt Disney World is?
Sure, go ahead.
Walt Disney World is the group of Disney parks that are found in Orlando, Florida. So this would be your Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom. Are you counting the water parks?
I am not in this game.
Okay, there are also water parks that are included in that. But for this game, we're talking about the big four.
Today we're playing a game called Clue by Clue Coaster Edition.
Can I look at this?
No, don't look at that paper.
Shoot. Okay, I gotta turn my body.
Okay. So Clue by Clue Coaster Edition. I will give you 4 clues per ride. Okay.
Okay.
After each clue, you are able to make a guess.
Okay.
Or you can move on.
Okay. What do I get for winning?
I knew you were going to ask that. You get nothing. You just get the joy of winning the game.
Okay.
Okay. So you are guessing the ride. I'll give you the clues. You guess the ride.
Okay.
You're trying to find one of the 9 coasters.
Okay.
If you get it after the first clue, you get 4 points.
Okay.
If it's the second clue, 3 points, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
So there's 36 points possible. You need 25 points to win. That would be 70%.
C's get degrees.
They are the same clues for each one. So we're going to go
Okay.
over average wait time,
Okay.
speed,
Okay.
height requirement,
Okay.
and then the opening year. Those are your 4
The
clues.
opening year is the easiest clue?
Sometimes it is.
Okay.
Sometimes it is.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
So this one has an average wait time of 38 minutes.
Okay. And I'd take a guess?
You can guess or,
Just based on that.
yeah, or you can move on to the next clue.
Is it Big Thunder Mountain?
It is. We're kicking off with the name of the show. 4 points. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad also has a speed of 35 miles per hour.
That's it?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
It feels
okay.
faster.
It does feel faster.
Height
Do you know
requirement.
why, though?
Because we did it at night.
We did it at night.
Okay. Height requirement, 40 inches.
Okay.
And-
Which is a 4 feet?
No.
No. 48 inches is 4 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So a little under 4 feet.
And then opening year was 1980.
Wow. That's a long time ago. But it's one of those, oh, that's not that long ago.
Yeah.
Because you still think it's 1999.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, next coaster. This has an average wait time of 32 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to go with Jungle Cruise.
That is not a coaster.
Wait, what?
These
We're
are
not-
only coasters.
Oh,
Only coasters from throughout the park, from throughout Walt Disney World.
okay.
32-minute average wait time.
Haunted Mansion?
Not a coaster.
What in the world? Haunted Mansion.
It's not a coaster.
Okay, first of all, let's rewind. What classifies as a coaster to you versus an attraction?
A coaster it's on
A track?
a track.
As is
and
Haunted
And
Mansion.
it goes very fast.
Sometimes Haunted Mansion spins.
Okay. I'm concerned that you don't know what a roller coaster is.
Okay. A coaster.
Yes.
34 minutes.
32 minutes.
32 minutes.
So when I said there's only 9 coasters.
I was surprised.
Okay.
Okay. Rock and Roller Coaster?
That is incorrect.
Okay. Next clue.
Speed 50 miles an hour.
Test track?
No, that is also not a coaster.
That goes up to like 90. What?
It's not a coaster.
Oh my god. Okay. 34 minutes.
Test track does not go that fast.
Does it go to 70?
I think it's 60.
Okay. Okay.
So
Speed is what?
50 miles an hour.
A fast coaster that is a relatively low average weight. Is it Everest?
It is Expedition Everest.
Expedition Everest.
So you get 3 points on that one. Height requirement and Expedition Everest is 44 inches and opened in 2006. All right, next coaster.
Okay.
Average wait time 78 minutes.
Okay. Was it Seven Dwarfs Mine Train?
It was. Good job. 4 points on that one.
How fast?
34 miles an hour is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train with a height requirement of 38 inches and opened in 2014.
So it's interesting that it goes the same speed, basically the same speed as Big Thunder,
Yeah.
but has
A lower height requirement.
probably just gets newer, safer.
Well, it could be that. It could be like what's the turns,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Okay. Next coaster. This has an average wait time of 60 minutes.
Rock and Roller Coaster?
Dang, you are good at this.
Well, when you narrow it down, we're not doing attractions.
I know. Okay, so the speed for Rock and Roller Coaster is 57 miles an hour,
I would have imagined it so much faster.
but does have a height requirement of 48 inches,
Yeah.
which is is tied for the highest height requirement on here.
Okay.
And then opened in 1999.
Because you go upside down, for those that don't know. It's one of the... Is it the only Disney World coaster that goes upside down?
I think so.
I think so too.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this next coaster has an average wait time of 19 minutes.
The Barnstormer?
The speed of 25 miles per hour and a height requirement of 35 inches, opened in 1996. That is the Barnstormer, starring the great Goofini.
What a joy. What a fun time. I was 5 out of 5. I was expecting it to really just be like gimmicky, which I'm sure if you went all the time or you didn't have kids, you would be like, wow.
You rode it for the first time ever here just a few months ago.
Yes, with our 12-year-old, who is not a super big fan of rides. And I think that was it, because it was hilarious.
I'm a super big fan of rides.
I rode it with a 4-year-old who is in this room.
And you
And apparently 2 thumbs up for the Barnstormer.
Yes. Okay.
You're doing great. Okay, so far you've never needed the third clue. All right, average wait time. You know, I'm going to skip this.
Because it'll give it away.
Yeah, I'm going to move these around. So this has a...
Maybe instead of wait time, because, fun fact, when you are a Disney fan that lives thousands of miles away, and you check wait times on the regular,
Okay.
you can maybe
time.
guess.
I'm going to move wait time.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll start with the speeds.
Okay.
Okay, this is a 60-mile-an-hour coaster.
Is this Test Track?
No, Test Track is not on this list.
It is a coaster, in my opinion.
Okay.
60 mile an hour. 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Coaster. I need a new clue, please.
New clue. Height requirement of 42 inches.
New clue.
Opened in 2020.
60 miles an hour opened in 2020.
2020. This coaster opened in 2022.
A brand new coaster.
Yes.
60 miles an hour.
Correct.
Oh, is it Tron?
No.
What?
No. All right, you ready for your final clue?
No, hold on.
Well,
Okay.
you have to be because you
Fine.
guessed.
Fine.
Okay, so the average wait time is 30 minutes, but there's an asterisk with that
Because it's a lightning
because
lane?
it's a virtual queue.
Oh, is it Guardians?
Guardians of the
Hold
Galaxy
phone.
Cosmic Rewind.
Never mind, fine.
Well, what?
Guardians is a coaster.
Yes.
But Test Track is an attraction.
There's only like one part of Test Track that goes fast, and you're pretty much just going in a straight line.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to fight the Imagineers who apparently classified this, but I would like to be a fly on a wall sometime when they decide what actually is a coaster and what is not.
All right, so you have 1 point on that one. Okay. This next one has a speed of 28.7 miles per hour.
Is it Slinky?
It is not.
Oh,
Okay, next clue. Height requirement, 44 inches.
okay. Is it Tron?
It is not Tron.
I was going to say it felt slow.
Okay. Average wait time, 55 minutes.
Is it Space Mountain?
It is Space Mountain.
Okay.
Opening in 1975, Space Mountain.
Space Mountain is how fast?
It's only 28.7 miles an hour. I know, it seems like you're going so fast, but you're in the dark.
You're in the dark. The dark, folks, the dark will make anything seem scarier and faster.
All right, so you got 2 points on that one. There's only 2 coasters left.
Mm-hmm.
So by process of elimination.
Yeah, but the hard part is I can't figure out what's a coaster and what's an attraction in my brain this fast.
Fair. All right, speed on this one, 40 miles an hour.
Okay.
So this is faster than Space Mountain.
Tron.
It is not Tron.
Did we already do Tron?
No, we did not.
Okay. Slinky Dog is not 40 miles an hour.
40 miles an hour.
No.
Yes.
Slinky Dog?
Yes. So
Shut the front door. Slinky Dog is twice as fast, almost, as Space Mountain.
yeah, I don't know the math's right, but yeah.
Ish. Twice-ish.
It's more twice-ish as fast as Barnstormer.
Probably. Wow. Okay.
So yeah, it is faster than Big Thunder Mountain. It is not as fast as Expedition Everest. Faster than Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Not as fast as Rock and Roller Coaster. Faster than Barnstormer. Not as fast as Cosmic Rewind. Faster than Space Mountain. Height requirement of 38 inches and opened in 2018.
And possibly the best ride.
You could make that argument. All right, and then the last one you should probably figure out by process of elimination. This one has an average wait time of 65 minutes, speed of 60 miles an hour, height requirement 48 inches, and opened in 2023. Tron Light Cycle Run. All right, you rocked this game.
Thank you.
All right, so you got 29 out of a possible 36 points. You only needed 25 to pass, so congratulations, you win the game. Which means 29 out of 36 is 80%. Congratulations.
Thank you. Can I have extra credit?
No, because you don't even know what a coaster is.
Listen, you're telling me, like, when you were compiling all this, you were not surprised to find out some of these rides were not considered coasters?
No, I'm aware of a coaster.
Okay.
Honestly, the shocking things for these were the speeds.
Yeah.
Like how fast and slow some of them go. I would not expected Slinky to be so fast. I would not have expected Space Mountain to be so slow.
Yeah.
As this is the inaugural episode of the Big Thunder podcast, thought maybe we should just take a few minutes to kind of talk about who we are, where we come from in our like fandom,
sure.
And why sometimes you may hear like a dog barking or a tiny voice behind us. It's just what happens.
Cool.
You have been a Disney lifelong fan.
Yes.
Is that accurate?
I would say yes. So as a child of the late 80s and 90s, like, I was obsessed with Ariel and Belle and Jasmine. And my first Disney trip was when I was in second grade. And I remember it just, like, leaving an impact. Like, I was just obsessed with it. And then, always enjoyed Disney music and Disney movies. And just, like, the whole idea of what it's like to take a family trip to Disney. And then as we got older, we got to take a big family trip. Thanks to my dad, we got to take like our nieces and nephews and my brother and his wife and my mom and dad. And we went and we had a baby at the time. And it was just like the most fun to go with this group of all these ages and be able to experience like this giant family vacation there. And then 2020 came. And we had planned on taking our, 8-9-year-olds at the time. And then our, like, 2-year-old at the time. But the world shut down. And so we spent a good portion of, we can't say that, right? We spent a good portion of the lockdown.
Everyone knows what happened in 2020.
I know, but I don't think you're supposed to actually say the word because
we get demonetized.
Algorithms and stuff. So we spent that time like planning this trip and this once in a lifetime trip. We were going all in. It was going to be this 9-day deluxe resort, all in thing that we were just going to do once. And we went, and then it became my entire personality. And I started a travel business out of it.
Joined a travel
business out of it. And yeah.
So mine, I honestly never got into Disney really until we had our first kid, for the most part. Because like as a young man in the 90s, like you can't be watching Disney movies. Like God forbid the other young boys in Iowa know that you're watching Disney movies. But I was always like interested. So like what I would do is I would get my young cousin who had these movies on VHS, like whenever I had to babysit her, and like babysitting her would be like her parents would put her to bed and then go out for the night, and I would just have to be in the house to make sure she like didn't need anything, like she was still breathing, and like that would be like the secret to be like, okay, nobody's here, I'm gonna watch Aladdin. I wouldn't want any of my friends to know I was watching Aladdin. So like that was what it was like for me. And then fast forward to like I'm an adult and going to college in Florida, and I had the opportunity to go get like theme park passes for like the year, my annual pass. So it was, do I do Disney or Universal? Well, at the time, and I'm 19 and angsty, and I'm like, Disney's an evil corporation, and I don't want to be any part of that. So like Disney wasn't an option, which is why I got my season pass Universal, and I would go there like every other week for a whole year. So I have like a strong connection to that park and those properties.
Yeah.
But then, when we got married and we had our kid, and now it's like we're introducing Disney to this generation and going back and watching the old stuff. And now as I'm more of like into like film history and the history of animation and understanding like the wonderful artistry that goes into all these projects, that's really where my like passion for the Disney parks and the Disney properties really started to grow. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing is like, if you put like, if I had to make a Mount Rushmore of like all the wonderful creators throughout history who have made all my favorite projects, it's George Lucas, it's Stanley, it's Jim Henson, and all of these are properties that have been purchased by Disney.
True.
And now we're on Disney Plus. So, between Star Wars and Marvel and the Muppets, it's like everything that I love. So
very true.
And we have a 4-year-old who, will be popping up here and there because she wants to be part of the show. Yes. I know our 12-year-old has said she wants to compete in the games, so she may be here from time to time. Mm-hmm. Your best friend and, co-Minnie Vacay person, Liz, has mentioned she wants to pop in and play games from time to time, so It's not always going to be just us.
Yes. And we also have a dog named Winnie, after Winnie the Pooh, but you can also fight that we got her in October, and she's named after Winifred from Hocus Pocus.
Sure.
However, she is a sassy little thing. And
she's a rescue.
Yeah, and you'll probably hear her bark from time to time, but we'll do our best. So, if you are a Disney fan, which if you're listening to this, you probably are, or a Universal fan, or both, leave a comment on your Disney experience, like what you remember as a child, what drew you in, what you love now. And shameless plug, if you want to take a trip to Disney or Universal, or take a Disney cruise, or go to Hawaii to Aulani, the Disney resort there, or you can go and do Disney Adventures, where you can go to different countries, but have it planned by Disney cast, where it's going to be amazing because everything Disney touches is just like ridiculously nice and planned. Go to minnievacay.com/quote and you can get a free complimentary quote. Not a coat, but
or a Coke.
Or a Coke.
All right, that's gonna do it for the first edition of Big Thunder Podcast. If you have any questions for the pod, you can email us in at bigthunderpod@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at bigthunderpod. Thanks for coming.
We'll see you real soon.
And enjoy the ride.